the joke was recorded. All right. Yo. What's going on, man? This your player partner King Run. I got some all-stars with me today, like always.
Yes,
To my right, I got my boy.
Bullet Club. Too sweet me, bro. Too sweet me, bro. Too sweet me, bro. Kenny. Too sweet me, bro.
69 me, dog. 69 me. That shit still funny to this day, bro. That shit still funny. But yeah, man, I got Kenny and Dreddy with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And I got my boy over to the left.
Son Hero. What's
Yes,
happening?
sir,
What's
man.
happening?
What y'all boys been doing this week with these wrestlers?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a great week. As we continue to build to the so-called build to WrestleMania.
So-called build. They I don't know what type of building they doing. They just doing some stuff.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you though. The 2 championship matches, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anything else,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, do some work on it.
Woo. Saturday, April 10th, and Sunday, April 11th is WrestleMania.
Yeah.
2 nights long. I'm not here for it.
I like
2 nights.
night
It'd be
wrestling
hard for me to watch one night of
See,
Raw.
because like it's kind of molded after Wrestle King.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
they
know,
do have them 2 shows.
Yeah.
2 nights.
And like I know this is the big super card of the year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can do a 7-hour WrestleMania anymore because it's like so fucking exhausting. Me actually being to a WrestleMania that was 7-8 hours, it feels like I'm working the shift.
Right.
You know,
It's a lot of sitting down.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
after the 3rd, 4th hour, it's like okay, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I ready to go chill now. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of sitting down, a lot of standing up, a lot of up and down,
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
screaming.
screaming,
Bathroom breaks
cheering,
and
a
stuff.
lot of people. I
Bathroom
can't be around.
breaks.
I can't be around 90,000 people for no 8 hours.
Right.
Hey, but like the spectacle of it,
Mhm.
it's like almost second to none.
Oh, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, my boy went to WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since
it's
we
like-
on the road to WrestleMania, y'all gonna hear a lot of WrestleMania going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the spectacle of it is like, you know what I'm saying? Like I haven't been to. This is my goal to go to the Super Bowl, All-Star Weekend, and I've already been to a WrestleMania. So, like going to one of those like major events and like seeing the spectacle around it and like how big the festival of it is, it's almost second to none. And I really hate that like the pandemic kind of put a damper on it this year and last year because their experience is always gonna be second to none. It's like I said, the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
and it's like the energy around the place is like this shit crazy. It's like mad crazy.
I can believe you, bro. It's always been like that, like from the first WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure when Vince McMahon thought about it, he wanted it to be a whole spectacle, a whole week-long thing.
Yeah.
Shoot, man. They used to do damn near everything during WrestleMania week. Like growing up, I'm talking about shows, video game, releases. They'll bring up, what was working on the current THQ game at the time. And I used to dabble in all of that back in the day. But this time, man, 8 hours is a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. But you still got the Hall of Fame show.
Yeah.
And still got NXT.
Yeah.
NXT 2 nights too. What,
Really?
3 nights?
It's 2
3
nights. It's 2 nights.
You got the NXT Stand and Deliver is 2 nights, and then you got the NXT UK pay-per-view too.
Oh.
And that's
really?
both
Damn.
April 10th.
Wow.
That's that same weekend.
The same week, the NXT Stand and Deliver is Tuesday, Wednesday, then the NXT UK pay-per-view is Thursday.
Right.
That's a whole bunch of wrestling.
That's
We'll be here
crazy.
for, you know what I'm saying? But, let's get into the review of the week, man. We starting off with Raw. Raw was pretty straight, man. It was a lot of road to WrestleMania building, a lot of putting things in this what's the word I'm looking for? It's I don't know.
Preposterous. You know what I mean?
So
You know what I mean,
bro.
I don't know what word I was looking for, but yeah, man, there's a lot of preparation going on.
Yeah.
Preparation.
Preparation.
Going on for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
but I just don't like the way they've been doing it lately, man. It's just like people just walk up, oh yeah, I want to battle you at WrestleMania, let's fight. Did at WrestleMania we got so and so. Like,
speaking of
they
which,
don't have no story building.
Speaking of which, they have one of the greatest rivalries of basically all time on the card, and the build-up is fucking terrible.
I already know what
You
you're talking
got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. It's like the picture with Peter Griffin versus the Chicken. Like, it's always gonna be entertaining every time they face off. Why does the rivalry have to be like this? It's like, okay, you don't agree with me, so I'm just gonna kick you and we're gonna fight again.
What? Like, there's no even, you know what, the story, of course you know the story is always there between the two of them.
Yeah.
But it's just, now it's like, okay, what is the reason you guys are fighting for this time? There's no, yeah, you're right, there was no build for this matchup, and it's just like, oh, I kicked you, and now here we go, we're finna wrestle now. I'm like, what is that?
I mean, they could have did a callback to NXT. It's like, okay, you betrayed me when I was NXT champion.
Right.
And you know, I still feel some type of way back then, but no. Or they can be like, hey, back in the day, you turned on me and put me through a ladder. No.
Anything. They could have done
Anything, man. It's
they could have
like
done anything but what they did.
But it just goes back to what I said. It's, you know, with this WrestleMania now being in front of people, you just putting matches together.
It's like they're not trying.
Right.
And especially like with how good Rhea Ripley is, just for like, okay, I'm changing you for a title. Okay, let's fight. What? She had to do nothing for the title.
Like nothing. See, it's all about logic here, and I know a lot of people don't want to use logic, but it just doesn't. It just give me something worthwhile to pay attention to. Why should I be solely invested in this matchup? You know,
just the names alone don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the Attitude Era. You know what I'm saying? It's not Stone Cold or The Rock or Stone Cold or The Undertaker. Like, Asuka, yeah. Rhea, maybe. A lot of people know her from NXT, her time in NXT and what she's done. A lot of people probably remember her from last year, I think the year before.
That was last
when
year.
they did, that was last year?
Well, she fought Charlotte.
I'm not even talking about that. I was talking about like when they did the invasion. The NXT
year
invasion.
before.
That was 2019. So still, you know what I'm saying? It's still been a minute since people probably seen Rhea like a lot, like watching TV. Apparently based on the numbers, a lot of folks not really watching NXT like that. So
that's another thing.
It's still
we really haven't covered NXT like
man, we be missing NXT, man. I'm sorry.
But it's like so much content to go through.
Man, so much.
You know, second show.
Man, we gotta
Rasslin Dark.
Hey, that might work. That actually might work.
I really good. Special guest anymore.
Right.
Okay,
shout out nigga Smurf. I know you want to come on, man.
Yeah. What's up,
man? But yeah, we do miss out on some of the wrestling, like, cause it is a lot, man. I'm talking about you got Raw, you got NXT, you got Impact, you got AEW, you got SmackDown.
NWA is back.
NWA is back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ring of
speaking
Honor.
of which,
there's so much wrestling going on. Over here,
Lucha Underground
coming back.
Oh yeah,
I saw it. Yeah, my guy said that. So apparently Lucha Underground coming back. Yeah, Raps and Wrestling Dark don't have to happen.
But you know, the whole Lucha Underground at AEW now, so
man, that's true. What's that, man? Oh man, we gonna get to AEW soon because the damn match they had on AEW was so live. The damn 6-man tag with the Lucha Brothers and what's that man name? Laredo Kid.
Laredo Kid.
Oh my God, that was Laredo Kid, man.
Hey man, like Lucha, yo. y'all really gotta put respect on Lucha Libre, man. Just, the art style is just it's just really
about AAA.
Man,
That's a lot of wrestling.
this shit was incredible. I ain't gonna lie, it was a really good match.
Yeah.
Really good match.
See, I didn't catch the Lucha Libre wave until Lucha Underground rolled around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I missed that junk, and I caught up. I had to catch up on that because of Kenny. Because I'm talking about the matches, the matches, the story, the lore behind a lot of things they had going on. It was more of a show than wrestling to me. Because I was watching some past matches with Kenny, and he was explaining to me about the belt that they had. You had to win the tournament to get the pieces to bring the belt back even together.
It's been a while since I've seen Lucha Underground. So
I
cannot remember the name of that damn belt.
The Gift of the Gods.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gift of okay, yeah.
When he told me that you had to do all of that, you had to collect coins to even get the belt. You got to have the coins to even get unlock the belt. I was like, wait a minute.
That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool concept, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. Lucha Underground was something else, man. Hopefully, my boy get to go back to that Ricochet. What's his name on
Chris Puma.
Chris Puma.
Yeah.
That boy was disrespectful.
That
man was disrespectful.
I know,
man.
bro. I know, man. It's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad how they doing Prince Puma right now, but you know
they got my boy on main event.
Yo. Speaking of that, y'all. Can we talk about right quick? Can we talk about the Fiend?
Yeah, he was on. Yeah, that's part of Raw. How y'all feel about it? What you got to say about him? I feel like you got some strong.
I remember off camera, you know, Kenny had shown me the picture of there was like when Fastlane was going on. It was going on, and after we had got done, you know, recording and whatnot, man, I looked at the picture and I would just. You know, I didn't get a good look at it. So as soon as I got home, man, I looked at some highlights about it. Yo, I don't know really what's the plan now. What's the plan now with the Fiend, bro? I think it's basically now that they just, you know, he can't really. What's the goal after this? Because now he got this whole burn look, and
I think he cut the dreads off. That's why I think. That's my guess. Now, they also said that this Fiend ain't the Fiend, it's Bo Dallas. So I don't know.
Because he looked smaller, you know what I'm saying? Because when I saw it, and I went back and I watched the reviews and I watched the show. He looked smaller. He popped up on Raw. He looked a little smaller. What is this? Not even the Fiend? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is they doing with the Fiend? And I feel like that's where you getting it. You know what I'm saying? As far as like what's next? Because he didn't done everything. He done got burnt alive. Now he's going after Randy Orton. Then it's like, what's next after that? Like, what's the purpose of the Fiend? Just to take out random people?
Y'all think
pretty much.
Y'all think Peacock gonna edit out their pen from that match?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, apparently,
most definitely they're gonna do that.
Apparently, Peacock has acquisition in WWE, and they showing their past matches, pay-per-views.
Yeah,
and the downfall of that is they are censoring a lot of WWE content.
Yeah, a lot of the racist stuff and super sexual stuff.
So
if you watching Peacock, WWE Network, don't expect to see no Attitude Era stuff except for Stone Cold. You probably
won't even see that.
He drinking and throwing finger signs.
And also,
you might see the Rock.
And also, be prepared not to see. For all my ECW fans out there, be prepared. Be very prepared. You know, you might not even see majority of ECW content on Peacock unless it's probably the WWE version of ECW.
It gotta be the WWE.
It's gonna have to be.
Can we even call it?
It's not. It's WWE ECW.
Nah, it's WWE ECW.
WWE ECW.
Yeah.
It's NXT Junior. NXT Junior.
Real man, but
But
What else happened on Raw this week, man? We had a lot of her business. They got goddamn worked by Drew McIntyre again. Drew beat the hell out of goddamn Miz.
Kofi versus AJ, they put on a good little match too.
That was a real good match. I was really surprised. It really caught me off guard. I feel like that was the best match of the night.
And Kofi came down to the dunks too. We gotta shout out, you know what I'm saying, for all the sneakerheads out there. Kofi came down to the dunks.
Kofi has the shoes on lock.
Yeah, he was
I
there.
always see on lock.
In wrestling?
In wrestling? Nah, he ain't fucking with Shane.
Now Shane is the
Shane.
king.
Shane. Nobody messing with Shane and kick.
Ain't nobody messing with Shane when it comes to the Air Jordans.
The only person that came close to Shane was Enzo.
Yeah, but it's like Shane pull off. Shane makes the less popular Jays look cool.
He rocked J's every match.
Yeah,
every match he had a pair of J's on, man. You couldn't deny that. That boy had the J's.
I ain't gonna lie. Britt Baker be coming down too.
Britt
Baker.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we're gonna transition to AEW Dynamite. Britt Baker came out there. She put the world on notice again, letting everybody know she's who y'all came to see.
Right.
And if y'all ain't watching Dynamite because of her or for her, then y'all wasting y'all time. Cause she put on the show. She came out Wednesday, talked to a mess, which is what I really like about Britt, man. She's not afraid to really like speak her mind, and I feel like her promos be about 89% truth. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at her boyfriend.
Yeah. Shout out
who she's with.
Her career just came so far with the last year. Because she was like, I'm the baby face, the dentist, and kind of lost everybody. I mean, the entire women's division kind of had everybody like, yeah.
I sure forgot about that that little baby face run when AEW was starting up. Cause I think there's a lot of people forget about that, and they know her for this heel run that she's on, which is really good. And like I said last week, man, she won people over. I feel like she won people over last week, man. And you can argue with your mammy with that one, for real, because that shit.
She most definitely had a lot of people turning their heads and flipping sides and joining the bandwagon, man. Cause it's still fresh on our minds of how amazing and cold this match was. As far as these, I'm talking about
great, hell of a match.
Just not even bringing in the weaponry, but just the wrestling period was calm. They brought in weapons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she came out. She did her thing. She was talking on the mic. Apparently, QT Marshall is having some little breakdown going on over there in AEW because
it's been a big heel turn brewing, and
yeah, man, a lot of people turning heel in AEW too.
Oh yeah, that's
a lot of
crazy.
People in the heel turn out.
But see, the QT Marshall thing has been
pure frustration.
Been going back for months.
Yeah.
If you watch Sammy's vlog, you can go back to his feud with Fuego del Sol. This Fuego del Sol feud is like really low key one of the best things in wrestling right now because it's like Fuego been trying so hard to fight that man, and they finally fought, and he did what he said. He was gonna hit QT Marshall with the tornado DDT. It still came a little short, but I honestly believe Fuego del Sol is gonna beat QT Marshall soon. It's gonna be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of interesting to see where QT Marshall's feud is going. I mean, where this turn is going because he's fighting Cody next week. But it's like, at first he had the little thing with the bunny, right, with Allie.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, okay, now meet my wife. It's like a big plug in the story missing with it. So I'm kind of thrown off by that, but it's interesting to see where this turn goes, and it's really even more interesting to see will he give Fuego del Sol a rematch.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but most of the best storylines in AEW are built on like outside shows like
Yeah,
Being the
outside
Elite.
content.
Yeah, like
Like
Yeah, that's
Being the
another
Elite,
thing with
Sammy's
AEW.
Vlog.
man.
You gotta catch that outside work, the
Yeah.
outside shows that they be having to catch the exposition that be going on.
Right.
Because everything ties into something else.
Yeah, especially on
Especially,
BTE.
yeah, Being the Elite, you know, possibly one of my favorite things. You know, way before AEW was a thing. You know, being the Elite, man. You know, you'll be able to catch up with everything, most of everything on there too.
Mm.
You know, it's just you gotta watch it. They have some funny segment on this, and especially with Lou Gallows and Carl Anderson, man. Yo, Lou Gallows is funny as hell, man.
Yeah.
I tried to
he's
catch it,
hilarious
please.
as hell. He's hilarious as hell, man. But
Folks,
yeah,
it's funny, bro.
most definitely.
You most definitely. That's the thing about AEW, man. It's like it's so much going on in AEW. You gotta be tapped into everything that's going on now. And then shout out to Cody and Brandy. They getting their own reality show.
Rose to the top.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
gonna be interesting. To see.
It's very interesting.
I don't really watch reality TV, but
I
might
gotta
check
tune in for Cody.
I might check a few episodes and get it out.
You gotta tune in for Cody, bro.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I might have to pass. I'm just not a reality person.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, but I'll catch highlights. You know, shout out. You know, most definitely. Shout out to Brandy and Cody.
Yeah, man. They most definitely deserve everything they get right now, man. Them folks. They came through WWE at a hard time, and anybody that goes through WWE really deserves better because they're not getting the respect of what they deserve. But started off Dynamite with a world title match eliminator, which it was a lot to say even then and now, as you can see for me, because I'm like, what the hell is that? But Kenny Omega versus Matt Sydal, that shit was live as hell. Kenny Omega is still putting on the clinic, but I like the crazy aspect that's going on with Kenny. You know what I'm saying? And he's like understanding his worth and what he deserved. Because he was pissed about wrestling first on the show. He was like, I'm wrestling first. Like you can hear him, like his disdain and shit. Like you can tell that he was not fucking with it. It was hella hilarious because it's like, man, of course you wrestling first. Like you don't know you wrestling first, but he still came out there like this shit is not it. And him and Sydal had a good ass match, man. It took me a while to realize Matt Sydal was Evan Bourne.
Yeah.
It took me
But
a while
I was
to
gonna
realize
say,
that
for those who didn't know, Matt Sydal is the formerly known as Evan Bourne. Like, yo, dude, like I caught him back on the independent scene. Like, dude is, man.
He put on a good match. You know, I can't, and he got a decent character. I like his character.
I love
so,
it.
You know, it's cool to see, you know what I'm saying, him come in and stride. And it's cool to see, you know, one of the journeymen in wrestling. Because I think he's been pretty much everywhere. He's been in WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact, and now
And you can slick tell, man, his wrestling style is goddamn exquisite. It's been upgraded, updated, man.
It's only improved. And shout out to his brother. See, I didn't even know he had a brother,
Now
twin brother.
That I didn't know. I found that out last week.
Yeah, like, and he also wrestles.
Yeah.
And you know, he got the whole yoga gimmick going, which I really do. I really rock with. So it's like, yeah, shout out. I don't know his brother's name, but
Mike Sydal.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he had the big botch in his first match too. When he botched the moonsault.
Oh, yeah, you told me. You did tell me that shit. They both botched their
botches
damn.
in their debut at AEW.
That's crazy. How ironic that happens, man. How ironic, for real.
Yeah, man, that match was live as hell. They had a cold outing. I'm really hoping we get to see more of Mike and Matt. You know what I'm saying, together. Because they both definitely got their high flying style. A lot of folks with the high flying style too.
Yeah, you know they're gonna do more with them, especially in their tag division. Their tag division will always be crazy.
Oh yeah, they got the craziest tag division right now. Speaking of tag division, we had a trios tag match on AEW, which you kind of see a lot of because they do have a lot of tag teams.
Trying to put it on the map.
And it's cool, bro. They had the Pinnacles, FTR, Dax and Cash going against, and the Chairman going against Varsity Blondes. Well, no, this was just a trios match, not a tag trios. I mean, it was a tag, but it wasn't the tag I was thinking about.
Six-man.
Yeah, it was six-man tag. They had two of these this night. But the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., and Dante Martin. What group he from?
Top Flight.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
top
Top
flight.
Flight.
Top flight.
Versus the Pinnacle.
Versus
Hey,
the Pinnacle.
and if y'all
The chairman, Sean Spears, was part of the Pinnacle.
If y'all
in the match too. I
the
pointed that
Pinnacles-
way. I should be pointing towards the camera. I was pointing at the
If
computer.
y'all peep the Pinnacle's interesting, it's a sample of the Four Horsemen.
For real?
Yeah.
I haven't
Really?
even heard that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard that
wow.
shit, fool. I gotta
Y'all,
find it.
we gotta play it right quick.
I
Right
gotta
here, a
find
little
it.
exclusive.
I didn't
Well,
even
even
notice
know
they
they
had
did
cake,
that.
man. That one caught my eyes. Hold on. Is it? No, it ain't. It ain't it. Hold on, y'all. We gotta go back. We
Oh
gotta go
yeah,
back.
sorry y'all.
We gotta find it.
We gotta find it.
I think there's that's it.
Oh, I hear it from that.
Yeah.
The guitar, bro.
Oh wow. Yo.
They must say,
Yo,
they must
that's
say goddamn Metro on the beat.
man. Yeah,
Dude,
that's
that's hard as hell.
that's
Metro
perfect.
Boomin.
That is the perfect theme for them.
But then they got Tully too.
Yeah, that's
It's
perfect,
crazy,
yo.
man.
That's just the
It's
perfect. I'm really excited, honestly, now about what they're gonna do
The
with.
Pinnacle.
I'm really
I'm
excited what
waiting,
they're gonna do
man.
about.
I
the
feel like they
Pinnacle,
gonna
man.
give. They gotta give. They gotta give. Goddamn MJF the world title eventually. Like they gotta give it to him, bro.
I feel like he's.
I told you what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He
I feel like
he
that. I
gonna,
feel
he
like
gonna
that'll
win it
happen
from
for sure.
Hangman after Hangman beat
Beat
Kenny.
Kenny. Yeah, I feel like Kenny. Kenny time probably gonna come to an end probably like later on this year, probably like after the summer type whatnot.
What I see happening is, okay, on the 24th of Rebellion, he fight Rich Swann for the Impact title. He gonna win the Impact title. Then maybe either at Dominion or next year's Wrestle Kingdom, he gonna win the IWGP title from Kota Ibushi. He gonna have all the championships.
Or Jay White.
You gotta have all the titles, man.
I'm just.
That would be a cool story,
I'm just. throwing it out.
considering the backstory between him and Kenny.
Mm.
But I think the money match we did is gonna be against Kota Ibushi.
Of course, I know.
So I think he'll get it from Kota Ibushi. And then like shortly after that, maybe at Revolution next year, that's when Hangman is gonna dethrone Kenny. Now how long Hangman holds the title, that's yet to be
That's
seen.
yeah.
But that's
But
my
we know
that's my
MJF catching that title run
He's gonna get-
2023.
He's gonna get it eventually, man.
part. Might be
Yeah.
2022.
If because it's a lot of year left. It's a lot of year left. We got a lot of wrestling to go. AEW has kind of been on a tear with their storylines and making everything match up and make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think
So
we're gonna
this
get
could
the
be
blood
very
and guts.
good. Ooh, we
With
gotta
the
get that blood and guts, but
with
it'll
the
be a
Pinnacle
Pinnacle versus the
Inner
Circle
Yeah.
Because there used to be the Elite.
versus the Inner
Inner
Circle.
Circle, but
The Elite ain't the Elite no
Ain't
more.
no elite no more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause speaking of, at the end of the what was this match?
Laredo Kid.
Yeah, the
The
Young
six-man
Bucks
trio
and Brandon Cutler, who's been doing his thing since, man, they call him two contract Cutler on BTE.
Two contract Cutler.
Cause he's been doing his
Yeah.
thing, but now he done made it to Dynamite, so he been winning some matches too.
Yeah, he won a lot of
They
matches on
finally,
Raw.
Yeah, finally get him in there.
Get him a little win streak going.
Gave him a rub.
Yeah, it
Kenny
gave
came
him a
out to attack
Yeah.
a regular kid.
Yeah, after that tag match with the Young Bucks and Cutler and the Lucha Bros.
Kenny
and
drew
Laredo.
a line in the sand with them and said, either you with me or against me.
Either you with me or you against me.
Throw it up.
So sweet.
They didn't throw it up, man.
Yeah.
They didn't throw it up. Kenny said we done. And that's hard to hear, because it's feel like it's working perfectly how they falling out. They're not really just falling out. They kind of like going their separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Kenny, like I said, he going crazy and shit. He's trying to collect everything. He's the cleaner again. He's like he's not in his right mind.
Well, he's not even the cleaner, he's the collector.
Oh yeah, the collector.
Yeah.
But he come out with the girls and they be sweeping the damn.
I feel the same. He took the cleaner gimmick and just amplified it to a crazier way.
I can't even say because it's not the cleaner,
I do fuck with the collector though, because
the collector is cool.
The story that's going on.
But the cleaner Kenny Omega is, black jacket, black shades, black tights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is a new.
There's a whole new Kenny. He be coming out dancing.
Fashion Nova boots and shit.
He coming out free on
dance. I don't know if it was this past week or the week before, but I think it was. Oh yeah, when he was skipping out, and like the camera got a close up on the man's boots. It was so funny, bro. I was like, this was. Got a close up on the man's boots,
Yeah, man. So a lot of fallout on AEW with the Elite this week. We had John Moxley, Eddie Kingston. They was doing their thing. They was talking.
Those promos be crazy.
Those promos. You got the two best in the business right now putting out promos, man.
Eddie Kingston is wow. Like he got that. He makes you believe it. You know what I mean? And that's rare
For
wrestling. For wrestling, for a while, it's been a long time since you had a wrestler that actually made you believe the promos that he spit.
He be talking cash.
Like I was wondering how they were gonna spin their botch from what was that, Revolution? Yeah, I was wondering how they were gonna spin the botch, and they spun they perfect. Like I didn't think they were gonna be able to come back from it, and they came back with that. Like,
Strong.
That shit
was beautiful.
Picked up on it like it was nothing.
And then I don't mean to cut you off, but then it kind of makes sense, because they didn't linked up. You know what I'm saying? What if they go after the titles, the tag titles? Because John ain't been a tag champion in AEW. And I feel like
nor has Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, or Eddie. He ain't. I'm talking about that. Them folks will beat the hell. I feel like they'll beat the hell out of whoever they got. They going against, man, because they don't have no goddamn filter on their wrestling. Like they doing whatever to get you out of this damn match. They're trying to pin you, beat you, make you pass out, tap out. Regardless, they gonna win. So them teaming up and going after the tag titles down in the long run, I feel like it'll be a cold ass story for them. Hopefully they get they win. Speaking of titles, we had the main event for the evening: Darby Allin versus John Silver, the Dark Order.
Johnny Hungry.
That was a good ass match too, man. Goddamn John Silver, a little short, stocky self, bro. He be wrestling.
He's gonna be gold, man. He if not already, like.
Nah, he already go.
Dude is hilarious, man. He's hilarious as hell. Great match.
Darby always gonna put on the show. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, Darby Allin gonna always put on the show. I feel like outside of Hangman Page, Darby Allin is the best built character in AEW. So it's always interesting to see which direction he goes in. And now he's still building this relationship with Sting, who's like,
the mentor.
Yeah, like
which is
like the mold that Darby Allin was built from is the Crow Sting.
Yeah, which is funny. And it's funny that you brought that up, bro. Because I was like, I was thinking one day, I was like, yo, Darby Allin is like a mixture of Jeff Hardy. If Jeff Hardy and Sting had a love child,
Yeah, like
and they and Darby Allin was that child, like that's who I get. That's who I see whenever I watch Darby Allin wrestle, because he has that same, you know, that mysterious feel of early version of Crow Sting. With the Daredevil dynamics, I wouldn't really call him a Daredevil, but the dynamics of, you know, Jeff Hardy.
He pretty is a Daredevil.
He is a Daredevil.
His move is the coffin drop. He does this to just jump off you, like jumps off of shit. Sometimes he don't even look back.
It's like
he just
the coffin
jumps off
drop
the
is
damn
kind of a
thing.
play on the Swanton bomb. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing in different packaging, because Jeff Hardy is a dirt bike rider and Darby Allin's a skateboarder.
Yeah.
And so it's always interesting to see, and it's like he has this dark mystique about him, like, you know, it's like, yeah, this little motherfucker twisted,
Right.
and it's like,
It's,
but it's kind of like cool to see what he do, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that dynamic with him is always gonna be dope.
yeah.
Like he's been underrated for a while. He's making MLW. He's always been one of the more underrated performers out there, you know. So it's always good to see what he does and how he comes along next. So
I feel like would y'all consider this AEW's homegrown talent? And
Yeah.
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, oh yeah, that's their project. I feel like that's their main project right there, bro.
I
They
wouldn't
get
say
him.
a main project, because it's like
I'm looking at it from a rookie standpoint. Like that's their main rookie project. Because ain't nobody else that had to shine in the
MJF.
spotlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they got a couple. You know what I'm saying?
They got a few homegrown talent.
They got a
Jungle
few.
Boy,
MJF,
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, Hangman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man. They do got some homegrown talent. I feel like they most definitely making these people
that's
more
the big,
worthy of
that's
the
the big
goddamn.
misconception always about AEW, because it's like, all y'all have is former WWE guys. It's like, well, technically, since WWE has been the only show in town for the past 20 years,
Yeah, whoever other guys they gonna have.
yeah, it's understandable there's gonna be a lot of them.
That's
But
true.
in that same sentence, you see a lot more Impact guys, a lot more Lucha Underground guys, Ring of Honor guys. It's not just New Japan. It's not just a bunch of WWE guys. It's a mixture of all.
But they don't care about that. They don't care where the other folks come from.
Yeah,
They just
care about them coming from WWE.
As long as
they
they
come
see-
from WWE,
as
they got a
long-
problem with
As
it.
long as they seen Christian Cage, Paul Wright, Taz, so on and so on, Jake the Snake Roberts, you know, they're that's how they're gonna
They
think
automatically
about
got a problem with it.
That's
But they
right.
don't care who came from AA, who came from Impact, who came from New Japan. As soon as they see WWE, there they go with all these WWE guys again. They said they wasn't gonna do it. I know a person right now they said they weren't gonna do all WWE guys and head WWE guys. I don't remember them saying that at
To
all.
my next question, where do you think La Sombra, better known as Andrade, where do you think he lands in the fold? Because he does not have a 90-day no complete clause. So he can go anywhere he wants to right now.
I say he go back to Ring of Honor. He goes to Ring of Honor.
Hey,
Tag up with Roosh.
yeah, because they do have a Los Ingobernables in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the original John. So
That's,
I see that
that's
happening.
interesting, bro.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see him in New Japan too.
And I was thinking New Japan, even though AEW is like right there on the cuff and shit, but they got enough people in AEW right now. Even though I feel like they most definitely probably have more talents coming and whatnot, but
Well, you know, they still building towards the second show too, so.
yeah, but
they
Andrade need to be on Dynamite, and I don't feel like he gonna be on Dynamite right out the back if he do go to AEW. Shit, they still got Miro, and I mean, yeah, true enough, Miro just got there kinda, but they ain't put him in nothing serious yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I kind of want Andrade to go somewhere where he'll be utilized, he'll be used, his talents to be showcased. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, what's her name?
Zelina Vega.
Zelina,
Yeah, Trinidad.
Hopefully they get back together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Andrade leaving WWE was the news of the week for me, because I didn't watch Andrade in NXT. I went back and watched him.
He was a beast, dog.
I went back and watched him when I saw him come to WWE when he came up.
Wow.
They called him, and I saw him couple his matches. I was like,
Yeah,
go back.
Yeah, when you see that, man.
So it was a whole different level of respect after that, man, for real.
But nah, hopefully, I do hope he
hit this man with his goddamn.
I hope he goes to. I really hope he goes to Ring of Honor. though. Like, cause man, y'all really gotta watch Ring of Honor, what they've been doing, right? Like as of late, since they came back into the fold, since the pure tournament.
With the foundation.
Yeah. And LFI, like, bro, it's
Shane Taylor, he been doing his thing. Got
six man tag champions, Shane Taylor Promotions, you know. But yeah, man. Hopefully, I just hope wherever he goes, you know, he's gonna be utilized for sure. It can be Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact. Hopefully, hopefully it is Ring of Honor. But yeah, man. Yo, speaking of all of that.
Speaking of Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Let's jump to Friday Night SmackDown. We keep the show off with one of the greatest Ring of Honor performers. Excuse me. Daniel Bryan cuts a promo in the ring. He said he wanted a piece of that title match.
Yeah, he deserved. He tried to get in that thing.
And you know what's so funny about it is the same build as the championship match from 2014 when we got the triple threat match with Batista and Randy Orton.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen a lot of people talking about that, bro. A lot of people not too keen on that.
I love it. You know, I think, and I honestly think he might win. You know, and it's, you know, no matter how you spin this championship match, and let's take a pause for the cause out for it, but you got to look at the dynamics of this match as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Daniel Bryan, of course, who came back from a career-ending neck injury. You got Edge, who also came back from a career-ending neck injury. And you have Roman, who beat leukemia a couple of years ago.
Came back from battling leukemia.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, no matter how you flip it, this match is, you know, the build has been dope for this match. You know, you cannot deny this match.
That's the only thing WWE, I don't mean to cut you off, it's like the only thing WWE does right with SmackDown. Like, they be building their matches and shit on SmackDown. It's like two different companies, but you know.
Yeah, but you know, the build is dope, but to see what these folks have fought through to get back to this moment in the main event of WrestleMania, you gotta tip your head off for them, because this shit amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them situations, a lot of people don't come back from. You know, you got people that in other sports, once you injure your back and your neck, you done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you know, leukemia, it counts as a difficult thing to fight through anyway. It counts as a big bastard. And to see Roman come back from fighting leukemia, you know what I'm saying, to get in the best shape of his life and go on the run of his career.
Yes, the run that we've all
you had to give it to him.
He had to come back and get it to him. This is probably like the best WrestleMania matchup they got going right now, besides Sasha and the EST.
Man, did you see Bianca slap Sasha?
She slapped a couple of skin pigmentations off her.
Shit, yo.
But shit, Sasha slapped the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying?
Bianca's like kind of hit different.
Yeah, cause she
smacked the piece out of it.
To next Friday.
I'm gonna have to be the burden of bad news now.
What's that?
As much as I love Bianca Belair, like, she's not gonna win the championship at WrestleMania.
You don't think so?
I don't think she's gonna do it. I honestly, because like a lot of people, you know, says that she's ready. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying, but like I'm not saying that she ain't ready. It's just the fact that you gotta look at Sasha Banks here. You know,
It is Sasha.
yeah, well, yeah, it's Sasha, but you also got to look at it.
You're right. She is due for her WrestleMania.
Right. She's never had a true WrestleMania moment, and it's sad because you know Bianca Belair has to be the sacrificial lamb for this, you know, and we watched Bianca from NXT all the way up into this moment, man.
Yeah.
And she's really incredible, super incredible. So it's like I want her to win, but I know for a fact that it's not going to go down that way. So this would be a great moment for her, and to be in WrestleMania. But as far as her getting to win, it could happen. It could be a feel good moment. It could be a feel good moment.
I mean, no matter how you flip it, it's gonna be a feel good moment for the match anyway.
Yeah.
Because
Most definitely.
You got two
and then Bianca
queens in WrestleMania. Two black queens in WrestleMania.
And the first time you have a WrestleMania championship match with two African American women.
That's major. No matter the outcome, it's still the principle of it all. That's major, bro. That's major.
Like, hey, we made it then.
Yeah.
And not to mention Bobby Lashley in the main event of night one.
You gotta respect that because man, Bobby Lashley
he needs to retain. He's just gonna need to retain.
I hope
He
so.
got to.
He's gotta retain, bro.
Because it's like, Drew McIntyre is, one of the main pillars of this generation,
Yeah.
But Bobby Lashley, Bobby Lashley is being built as a beast. And if he loses,
since he started working with
that crowd is going to turn on Drew if Drew wins.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
They're over it.
I see,
You think they over Drew already?
It's not that they over Drew, is that Bobby is a star.
Yeah. He deserves his time.
He's been long overdue.
It's Bobby's moment. So it's like, you
can't take it from him.
No, you can't.
It's time for him. You know what I'm saying?
We might have to do a WrestleMania predictions episode because it's gonna be major, man. It's gonna be major.
Hey, yo.
That's fine. But yeah, man. Later on that night on SmackDown, man, we had Apollo Crews, Otis and Chad Gable,
The
Alpha Academy, man. They defeated Big E and the Street Profits in the
fake
amazing
New
match,
Day.
really.
You got fake New Day.
Fake New Day.
Now they more like
That's funny as hell.
what would you call the Kids Bop version of New Day? Like
the Kids Bop version.
Like
they do week. The new week. I don't know, man, but they got defeated, so this ain't gonna last that long.
I don't know. They kind of
they don't get beat.
Right.
Street Profits kind of been king with Big E since Big E got drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah, they've been cool since that whole little. I know it's been a while, but yeah, since that whole little switch up, they gave them titles. They got them titles. Big E went to SmackDown.
Yeah. Big E been talking shit to them, talking about they gonna lose to the New Day.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, man, these folks, they put on a good ass match, man. Apollo Crews, he's coming for this Intercontinental title, and at this point, I kind of want him to get it.
I want him to get it, but I don't think he is.
Right. Hey, can I say something right quick?
Man, you say what you want to say.
I just want to say, Apollo Crews look fresh as hell. Like I love his ring gear. I've been wanting to say this since he turned heel. Like I love the whole Nigerian color aesthetic he got going right now, man. This shit, it's live. It's fresh.
Yeah,
it's fresh.
Right.
But go ahead, brother.
Shit, I forgot what it was.
No, you was on.
But I don't think Apollo gonna get it. I think they gonna build Big E. He'll have a long Intercontinental Championship run, and it's gonna make him prepare to the main event. Where maybe next year.
Maybe later this year. Oh, you talking about for Big E?
Yeah,
Universal Champion.
Yeah, I think next year is the year he gets it.
If he don't get it this year, Because depending on what goes down with Roman and Edge,
because
you know Roman gonna lose the title, so whoever gets the title,
maybe.
But Roman gonna get that bit back though.
Yeah,
he can get it back from Big E.
Yeah. If he do lose, he'll get it back within a month.
He said,
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Because no, you gotta look at it though. You gotta look at it though. Like I said, adding Daniel Bryan to this matchup, he can take the pinfall.
I think Edge gonna take the pinfall.
Yeah. So So it's like, at the end of it all, whoever takes the pinfall, at the end of it all, like Roman Reigns is still gonna look, he's gonna still be kept strong in defeat. So when he do get that title back, when he do get it back, if he happens to lose it Sunday, WrestleMania. Like I said, he's gonna get it back within a month or so. Yeah. So it's like, it's common. He
gonna hold that championship for the majority of the year, regardless of what happens at WrestleMania. They might give us the feel good moment at WrestleMania to have Daniel Bryan fight his way back into the championship match for the second time, send the crowd home happy. They might do that, but I bet bottom dollar that next pay-per-view, Roman is gonna dog walk Daniel Bryan, like how Daniel Bryan was supposed to get beat by Brock.
Yeah.
When John Cena had to step in after Daniel got injured. I think that's gonna happen again with Daniel Bryan getting squashed by Roman. Because right now it's like, if you pay attention to it, they building Roman as Thanos. I'm so serious. And no, notice because he wearing the gold gauntlet.
Oh, he do be wearing a little gold thing when he wrestled on.
And notice last week what he say last week? I'm inevitable. He did say that. They build a Roman.
You been watching some Endgame?
Yeah.
Right. I mind taking all the Infinity Stone with you.
Yeah,
everybody. He gonna win.
Yeah.
He gonna win, man. Speaking of win, Rey Mysterio won against Dolph Ziggler.
The fucking zigzag off the top rope.
The top rope zigzag was amazing, bro. Dolph still got it, man. He been putting on ridiculously his whole career.
Cheerleading days.
It's like I get tired of him every now and then, but then he'll turn around and do some real dope shit out of nowhere. Like, okay.
And then you be back like, it's Dolph. Like,
it's Dolph.
You feel, man, like for real. I feel you on that because he gets kind of, I don't say he gets kind of stale, but he does get to the point where you see him a lot. He just taking L's and shit, you know what I'm saying? But he'll get in a match and he'll put on a goddamn good ass match and you'll forget all about this shit. And then it's like a circle with Dolph. But yeah, man, Rey Mysterio, I think Rey Mysterio like 40 something. Still like 46, 47. Like he's still out here doing. He not doing as much as he used to do because I know y'all remember them WCW days, but the shit that he out here still doing
days too.
The shit that he out here still doing, and he's doing with his son. I'm thinking they gonna have them a good little title run before the year is over with.
I feel like that'll happen. I feel like that'll be beautiful to do. Like
for Rey Mysterio career type shit.
For Rey Mysterio to not only you're teaming up with your son
of all people.
That's crazy.
That's crazy that you've been around.
You can still go.
It's not that many father-son duos in wrestling.
Right, except for Gun Club and AEW.
Yeah, Gun Club. Them folks look exactly like
oh,
Billy
God,
bro.
Colt looked just like Billy Gunn, man. Like a splitting fucking image, bro.
And then Austin a rapper now.
Yeah, he been rapping. He got a video and everything.
And he's really good.
He really
I was really shocked by that. I couldn't even believe that shit.
Because when I saw the video, like, is that ass boy?
But yeah, man. Just to have that father-son dynamic, especially with Rey Mysterio, for him to be around as long as he has, and to share the ring with his son, that shit is unbelievable, bro.
For him to be as good as he been for so long.
Yeah. And now with your
especially with,
son,
like all the damn knee surgeries he done had to
Yeah.
have and shit. They got damn Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio.
it's like he did the best shape of his life too.
I feel like
46.
he came back
I
strong.
feel like he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. If not next year, by the year before. Or the year
Well,
after
he
that.
probably not retiring no time soon.
I don't see him retiring.
Yeah,
soon, but when
so
he do
he'll
retire,
probably, he most definitely going to the Hall of
yeah.
Fame.
Yeah, for sure.
he might be the headliner going to the Hall of Fame.
He don't have to be. Yeah, I don't know because it all depends on who they throw in the Hall of Fame. Because this year they threw Kane. We're gonna switch to the Hall of Fame right quick. Kane in the Hall of Fame. They got
Eric Bischoff.
of all people.
Oh wow.
Of all people, he still be on Dynamite here now and then. You know what I'm saying?
And hold on, y'all. Y'all know I had to.
Hold
They
on,
got my
before you
boy.
get there, Great Khali.
Yeah,
Okay,
Great
yeah,
Khali in the
fuck
Hall of
that.
Fame.
Yo,
Okay, you ready?
but-
You ready?
Rob Van Dam. You hear me?
120.
One of a kind.
I'm man.
You know,
I just gotta. Yo, it's been a long time coming, man.
Long
It's
time,
yo RVD, man. It's like there's nothing you can really say that ain't already been said about RVD. So it's about time. It's only thing I can say now is like finally this man is in, bro.
And they can't.
It's
you
worth
can't
it.
take
It's
them-
worth it.
So, which leads me to my next question.
What's that?
You think he linking up with Matt Riddle backstage?
Oh hell yeah! Oh for sure.
He got
for
to
sure.
show Matt
Yo,
Riddle,
that's
man.
That boy
that's gonna
eyes
be a
gonna
story.
be glazed when he
Yo,
get out there.
Man, that's gonna be a story for the ages.
That's gonna be
man.
that's gonna be a
Yo.
meeting for the ages.
I just wish to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
Right.
These folks gonna man, that shit crazy as hell. Yeah, man, I really fucked with RVD when he came to the WWE back in the day, and I remember him from the ECW. You know what I'm saying? And it was. I knew he wasn't gonna be able to do the exact same thing that he did in ECW, but he came and switched his style up, but kept it the same at the same time in WWE, and this shit worked. And he was this boy became a double champion, the WWF champion and the ECW champion at the same time.
Man, it was like one of the best, one of my favorite moments of wrestling.
In wrestling, he's like ain't nobody had done that at the time. You know what I'm saying? That's when they brought back ECW. You know what I'm saying? They one night only show, and goddamn
One night stand.
It was one night stand.
Yeah,
What's one night only?
One night stand.
One night only is another show.
One night only. That's
It was the
That's the
first
song.
one. I think that was the. Nah, bro. No, it was one night stand. The first one was in 2006. I think.
the first was in 2005.
Oh, 2005. And the
Second
second
one
one was in
2006.
2006. Okay,
This
yeah.
one,
So it was one night
Six,
stand.
because the first one, RVD was injured. The second one is when he came back and won the title. But
Man, them folks beat the shit out you. Man.
Fuck
That's-
Don't play
that's
with the
another-
ECW crowd.
Right.
Man. The ECW crowd will let you know how they feel about you, and you don't want to know that.
Yeah.
For real. But that was a good week in wrestling, man. We finna switch it up. We most definitely got these new segments we finna bring to the table for y'all today. We doing a Stone Cold appreciation like we mentioned last week, man. We gotta give our praises to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Give him his flowers now, then, and forever for completely fucking 360 in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And showing everybody that shit. You don't have to be the most flashiest, the high flyingest. You know what I'm saying? The most talking. You know he was talking. But you don't have to be all of that to be a champion. You know what I'm saying? Because Stone Cold had about less. He didn't do half the things that a lot of wrestlers did, but he put it together.
He made simplicity work.
you got to see how like he tied to the defiant nature of our culture too. You know what I'm saying? Because Stone Cold is like one of the first people that you've seen on television to just walk up and say fuck you to all the establishments. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, fuck the boss, fuck who with the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the other boss, the other boss.
And
And it ties into hip hop so perfectly because hip hop is like that defiant fuck you movement that's going on for our culture. You know what I'm saying?
not only that, man, Stone Cold pretty much revolutionized the finger. Like, let's be honest, nobody at that particular time was just doing the finger like this. Just
You have a reason
on
to.
television. And
It's like
it was groundbreaking at that time.
I've been doing this since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But it's partially because of Stone Cold, and I can't stop doing
I
it.
can't stop. Yeah,
That's
man.
funny, man.
So,
It's wild.
in our Stone Cold appreciation, man, we're gonna throw in our favorite WrestleMania matches from Stone Cold. I think next week
Well,
we're gonna
we just do our favorite Stone Cold moments, and then we'll do WrestleMania moments next week.
well, we do WrestleMania moments every episode. Next week we do a favorite WrestleMania. Like, I think we should. It's a work in progress because we was gonna do the WrestleMania Stone Cold moments or matches. Then while we talk about the importance of Stone Cold,
We got because it just
we gotta
we can't
talk
just
WrestleMania.
limit. We can't just limit Stone Cold to WrestleMania.
Oh no, that's part of the appreciation though,
Yeah.
because we still talking about Stone Cold. It's just a subgenre of Stone Cold appreciation because he's done so much in wrestling. But since it's the holidays of WrestleMania, you know, we're on the road to WrestleMania, we're gonna do some WrestleMania talking for his some of his matches and his appreciation moment and shit like that. So
Yeah, so I guess I'll start with
yeah, please.
WrestleMania 14. But before we get to that, the build up to WrestleMania 14, when he flipped Mike Tyson off on Monday Night Raw,
Yeah.
one of the craziest moments ever. You know, Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet.
Right,
Right? And you got Stone Cold. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And then have him turn around and beat one of my favorite wrestlers ever, Shawn Michaels, in the main event of WrestleMania.
Talking about it.
Like
Hold it,
that
I'm right.
moment, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of the most, I don't know what the words to describe it. One of the biggest moments of wrestling history. It changed the tide of wrestling.
Changed everything.
You know what I'm saying? This,
Everything.
that's when the Attitude Era went into full throttle. So it's like
they kicked the shit up to
my
100.
favorite WrestleMania moment of his.
I'm gonna go. Mine would be the next WrestleMania after that, WrestleMania 15. He beat The Rock. He won a title, and Mankind is a special enforcer, special referee, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And the build-up for that match was crazy as hell too, because I think he had just won that Royal Rumble to get this shot. They beat Vince McMahon. That started at 1 and 2, beat the hell out of Vince, and then he went through the whole corporation throughout that time waiting to get to WrestleMania. And then bam, we get to WrestleMania.
That WrestleMania was 98. That was 99 when Vince won the Royal Rumble.
And that was WrestleMania 15 after that one.
That had to be WrestleMania. Was
Because
Was
after
it
that was
WrestleMania?
WrestleMania 16.
it?
And
WrestleMania 16 was in 99.
WrestleMania 16, I think that was in, hold on, let's see, research department. But yeah, man, even though we got off, yeah, it was in 2000, April 2nd, 2000. And that was with Triple H, The Rock, Big Show, Mankind,
McMahon in every corner.
they had the McMahon in every
That-
corner.
that
That
was
was
He said
that was a
horrible.
terrible ass movie. That was wow.
But yeah, man, WrestleMania 15. Besides the other matches that was going on, the Stone Cold and The Rock match, it was like their first meet up at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? So it had all the buildings of a legendary match behind it. And Stone Cold won the title, man. And I'm talking about, if you ever want to see like pure satisfaction in like the fans and like their reaction, man, go back and watch Stone Cold entrance. The ceiling blew off of that damn place. Then wait till he win this match. I'm talking about, it's chaos in the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Erupted. I'm talking about.
I miss it, man, because it's a Rona, so there ain't no crowds like that in wrestling. But it'll never be no crowds like that, like from the Attitude Era, man. Because I'm talking about the excitement and the joy in people's faces when Stone Cold won that match. Man, this shit was amazing, bro. What's your just Stone Cold moment talking about?
I think this one everybody knows. This one is Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. WrestleMania, I want to say either 13 or 14.
think it was 13.
I think it was, what was it, 13?
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 13.
Yeah, WrestleMania 13.
Yeah.
That match.
That match was the
Woo! Yo, let me look. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm a sucker for
I'm a sucker for
technical.
cornrows and manicure.
Yo, nah, but for real though, I'm a sucker for technical wrestlers. I love technical matches. It's just the whole story. The build up to the match was good in itself. You know, and around that time, Stone Cold was really just coming into his own as the Rattlesnake, and you know, he was just. I think this was branching off from Ted DiBiase and the old King of the Ring. The start of the 316 moniker, right?
Yeah.
So this match, of course, you know, with him having heat with Owen Hart with the whole neck injury thing, and you know, with him wrestling with Brett. This match, this build up, but this match in particular, bro, like this was a great story told, man. Just great, just technical wrestling going on with a mixture of just that what Stone Cold would eventually be known for years after is just his whole brawl mentality. And of course, everybody remembers this match for the iconic, you know, him getting put in the sharpshooter, blood just dripping down on his head, and he never submit, passed out to the sharpshooter, but never submit. You know what I mean? And that right there, that's what really just solidified, you know, 316, Austin 316. That right there was the match that made Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I mean?
Also, it was a double turn. Because it was Bret Hart turning heel and
him turning face. Yeah,
it was the first double turn. It was like this shit was done perfect.
Because ever since that moment, Stone Cold had the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like you never, and I watched it WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I vividly remember watching this man just pass out in the ring, and I'm like, what happened to him? Is he all right? You know, what's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't even know what's
going on. Like that stressfulness as a kid to watch somebody literally bleed out in the ring. And they're like, oh,
yeah,
shit,
and it's the iconic moment when the blood dripping down his
face,
and it's like, and that moment has been recreated so many times throughout wrestling.
It's like a scary movie trope.
The man had a shirt out of that too.
Yeah,
that shirt.
Right there, you had Becky Lynch recreate that moment in the crowd after the SmackDown invaded Raw.
Mm-hmm.
You had Dustin Rhodes have that moment when he had the match with Cody.
Yeah.
And then back to a couple of weeks ago, you had Britt Baker do the same thing in the match with Thunder Rosa.
And hers was I feel like hers was about as important as Stone Cold's was.
Yeah, because it's just like you seen her smile through that
she
too.
Was, she was lovely.
Yeah.
I think Becky Lynch is up there too.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is up there too.
Yeah,
her job changed up. Hers changed wrestling too. We haven't seen Britt's change AEW just yet, but we see it happening. But we saw Becky, you know what I'm saying? We can say hers is legendary because we saw the run she had after that. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta go on a run after that.
That was when she was becoming the man.
Yeah. Oh, she was the man then.
Yeah, she was already the man.
She was the man.
That was like solidifying her character.
She had her shit broken, and she was just like, man, in the crowd, like ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? Like that right there solidified her for that moniker, the man. You know what I mean? Like, she took
you know
like
who else? You know who else solidified her as the man? Stone Cold.
Oh yeah.
When he popped up, drank some beers with her. I'm pretty sure, and stunned some people. You know what I'm saying?
Son of the street profits.
Do what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like Stone Cold, man, his whole run from my childhood, because I kind of missed a lot of his ECW and WCW stuff coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was WrestleMania 13 when I was really just into Stone Cold and decided to be like, all right, man, this is who I'm finna follow as far as wrestling, man, because wrestling means a lot. and you gotta have those people in wrestling that you there for. You know what I'm saying? Bret Hart was most definitely the main one at the time. Him and Owen and the Hart Foundation, you know what I'm saying? Shawn Michaels. But Stone Cold, when Stone Cold came up, he had this match. Well, he had, what was the King of the Ring match? He had the King of the Ring that following year, and then he had this match. I mean, come on, fool. It wasn't nothing else to be said about Stone Cold after that. Like, you was either a fan or you was a hater, because he put his whole life in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I most definitely feel like Stone Cold has the respect in my book as far as being like in my top 5 greatest wrestlers of all time, greatest showman, fucking promo, fucking goddamn moveset. His moveset was trash as hell, but you can't deny his moveset was also probably like one of the best in wrestling. You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
after that neck injury kind of limited him in the ring.
Yeah, because after that neck injury, he slowed down a lot, but he was still putting on good ass matches.
Yeah,
you know
because
what
they
I'm saying?
changed the style to a brawler style.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, you know, Stone Cold's style fit him for the type of moniker that he was going for. So, like, I think what made Stone Cold, like, you know, what made him just lovable by everybody, of course, is that whole, you know, relatable aspect of, you know, being a blue collar, hard working motherfucker, that, you know,
drinking beers,
and wanting to, you know,
full blooded American,
and fighting your boss. I mean, you know, stuff like that. Everybody says that because it was relatable, and then, you know, so I think nobody wanted to get with, you know, nobody wanted to be like, wanted to judge Steve Austin on his in-ring ability, because it was like, you know, he made it, the in-ring ability made up with what, you know, the gimmick did, right? So yeah, that brawler type style Steve Austin always did in his matches, it made sense, and it worked because it fit him. You know what I mean? So it was of course it was expected for, you know, his matches to be, you know, thought out or just like
So
like that.
we doing Stone Cold appreciation. I think it's a He-Man outside.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Stone Cold most definitely changed the whole landscape of wrestling in the early, like, well, in the, I guess I said like mid 90s, because it was like 96, 97.
Yeah, mid 90s. Well, you really want to,
but you gotta count the ECW run.
Just no, really. Honestly, it's more like the WCW. If you want to have a real in-depth, you know, look into Steve Austin as stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah.
So like WCW would be your best bet. He had a cup of coffee in ECW, which wasn't, you know, that was like after being fired from WCW.
Yeah.
And he didn't really have many matches that I
don't
know
think he had
of.
any, honestly.
I think he had one. No, he had one match. I think it was just one. I think. And after that, you know, went on to, at that time, the Federation. So went on there, and So, but most definitely, like, if you really want to have a clear glimpse, WCW is the best bet, because he had some good matches. You know, as stunning Steve Austin. So
he most definitely had some good matches then. You got the time when he, right before he was having good matches in WWF until that damn neck injury with Owen Hart. Owen Hart gave him that damn devastating power driver, and
that's another iconic moment.
It really is. Because you go back and look at it, you can kind of tell something's going on with Stone Cold.
But the promos he cut after that, though, he was like,
you want to talk about heat, bro?
Them promos was heat. The ones when he was at home with the neck brace on. And it's like, I drink fucking beer through a fucking straw. That shit was dope.
He most definitely had a lot of time to, I say, build his character, because he was coming. He had a lot of heat from things that was going on in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he got fired from WCW, went to ECW, was giving them gold on the microphone because he was pissed. You know what I'm saying? Then he had that moment with he had that King of the Ring moment.
But
where
you know, between the ECW transition, he had that run as the Ringmaster, which was it was
alright.
okay.
We was with $1 Million Man.
But it's like it kind of is one of those WWE you gonna miss.
Right.
You know, it's a miss moment. Like
Miss moments.
it's
like,
one of those moments. It's like it could have been cool, but it wasn't.
Cause I felt the Ringmaster, like, yeah, I feel like he was most definitely ready to get out of that goddamn trope and that damn gimmick. Cause it's like the Ringmaster, like it doesn't sound like you're selling tickets. Yeah, like,
Hell
And
no.
then, you know, after he made the transition to Stone Cold and the promo he cut on Jake Roberts.
oh man, change. There was also another defining moment in wrestling.
Talk about your songs. Talk about
Bro,
John 316.
Austin
316
316
says I just whooped your ass. I was like,
You can say that on TV?
I didn't admit,
Like, you can say that?
how many T-shirts he sold
Oh,
with
yeah,
that
the
one line.
The t-shirts went ham. Austin 316 shirts. I'm talking about he probably, if I'm not mistaken, bro, there Stone Cold probably had like the best merch lineup and sale in wrestling history.
dude had the
Besides him and
freshest.
NWO.
I think Stone Cold had probably like one of the freshest lines of shirts in the earlier days. But yeah, besides Bullet Club.
Man, the hardest Stone Cold shirt out. Okay, it's two on them. It's the one with the crimson blood face. And then it's the one with that when he got his arms up and his arms are snakes.
I had that one.
Yeah.
I had that
I
one.
love
That
that.
arms with the snake Stone Cold
Oh
shirt.
my God, this
Boy,
shit
that
is so
shit is-
dope.
Yeah,
Who's
them
the
joints are
graphic
hard.
designer?
I don't know, bro, but I
think.
think I'm a simple man. But I love the 316. But you got the one where it's Austin 316 in the front, and it got the Stone Cold, it got the
smoking
skull in the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
And oh my God, that shit is just
And let's
it's
not
fresh as
forget
hell.
the smoking skull belt.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The first
Smoking
motherfucker to
Skull
have his
title.
own belt. Fuck you mean?
With the snake skin inside, bro.
Yeah.
Like, with the snake skin inside.
Reg.
Right.
Hey, see what they're trying to say. This is low power.
Yeah.
But don't put it on low power mode. It's gonna cut off. It's gonna be cut off and shit.
Still good.
Okay. Appreciate it.
And we're back.
Man.
But yeah, man, that smoking skull title, bro. I still want that belt to this day. I'm talking about the strap was cold, the back of it had the snake skin on it. Oh my God, bro, that was way fresher than the WWE title.
Oh, and then let's not forget when he threw the Intercontinental title in the river when he gave it to the Rock. I'm
They
telling you
let Stone
what,
Cold do what the hell he wanted to do, bro.
don't trust anybody.
He threw that goddamn title in the river, bro. What's some other crazy shit?
Like, and then they wasn't the bullshit. There was the real Intercontinental title.
He threw that whole in there for real.
The one that Razor
But
Ramon and Shawn Michaels fought for.
the funny thing is, The Rock turned around and did the same thing.
Yeah.
With the Smoking Skull title, and that shit was goddamn
That was so
hilarious, bro. Because the goddamn
And
Rock.
we cannot talk Stone Cold without talking about the beer truck.
I think that will forever,
That's-
you know, when it's all said and done, when Stone Cold is no longer here with us, like that moment will be lived on for generations
That one,
and
the
generations.
Zamboni,
The cement truck, we
the
filled up
cement truck,
this
yeah.
Corvette.
The monster truck.
They just let this man do whatever the hell
And
he
then, I'm
wanted.
like, this man has so many damn
Yo,
vehicles, bro.
He had
Like-
every vehicle. He's not coming out
and
with
the
the
crane.
4-wheeler.
Don't forget the crane when he blew up the bus too.
Yeah. When he blew up the
Nah, what about
Express,
did he drop Triple H out of that on that car?
Yeah,
on another
it's
crane?
Survivor
Yeah,
Series.
yeah.
He
This
picked
man
him
with
up,
the-
picked
with
him
the
up in the
forklift.
car,
This
picked him
man
up
picked-
in the car, and dropped him. Like,
That shit was
And
fly as hell, bro. Stone
Then
Cold
for
did that
his
damn
Hall of
everything,
Fame
bro.
induction, at the end of the Hall of Fame induction, when he walked off stage, around like, "Where the fuck Stone Cold going?" And he came back on the 4-wheeler and rode around the ring and shit. Man, come on, bro.
Man, Stone Cold got access to anything he wants with WWE.
That
bro.
nigga.
He completely changed WWE and made them
He saved.
mainstream for real because wrestling was going down.
Nah, it wasn't going down because you had NWO and WCW. Stone Cold saved the
not
wrestling.
around that time.
Yes, it was.
In '97,
NWO came in '96.
that was '96.
Yeah, Bash at the Beach '96.
NWO came in
Damn.
'96. Yeah,
After wrestling,
after Hogan turned heel, that's when the NWO formed. It wasn't
I
fully
went to the
known.
NWO appreciation.
Yeah, it wasn't fully known then as NWO, but it was just
The catalyst of the
Yeah, it was the NWO because he said it in that promo.
yeah, but they didn't call it like fully that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
just
know-
still call it like
they
New
thought it
World
was just-
Organization and
Yeah,
shit.
they thought it was just, you know what I'm saying, the WWE guys invading them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Stone Cold most definitely was the catalyst and the foundation for the new world in WWF and WCW. Because what he did in WWF, they was trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how can we counter this in WCW? Because WWF numbers was going off. Right, that was going off. As soon as Stone Cold became that main guy.
Because you forgetting when the NWO came around, WCW beat the WWF for 83 weeks straight. And what changed it was when Mick Foley won the title.
Yeah,
And
because that night changed.
yeah, when Mick Foley won the title, that's the same night I think they did the finger poke
Oh,
of doom.
yeah, it was the same night. I recently just watched that Raw too.
God,
I
this shit.
recently just watched it.
And I was a WCW guy back then. It was like
I changed
I changed the channel.
that shit.
What the Rock doing?
This man said, "What the Rock doing?"
Oh, they'll feel some butts in the
crazy
seats.
shit. Stone Cold ass come out there with the damn beer truck. I wish they showed that damn scene, man, when he turned that damn beer truck hose on himself.
Oh yeah, when
blew
he
his
started
damn
drinking
head
the
up,
breeze.
That shit was fucking hilarious, bro. I can't know. Like, I can't think of no funnier moment than that. Cause I'm talking about the Rock, the Rock, Vince, the folks swimming in the ring,
in the beer.
I'm like, how long did they smell like beer, bro? Like, how long?
Nah,
I just
well,
want to
we
know how
came
did they
in-
get that. I just want to know how they got that truck out of there after that segment, though. That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like
trying to
everybody
figure
there
out.
was full of beer. Like, them folks
Nah,
fucked up.
what else was funny was when he came in on the Zamboni and he jumped off the Zamboni.
Oh,
and
yeah,
gave him,
Austin
Kevin,
Kevin.
man! Austin Kevin!
Yeah, he jumped because Vince was dodging the fuck out of that man around that time. And he had the Undertaker and Kane
and
watch
they
his
won the
back.
championship.
Yeah, and he fucked them folks ass over with, bro.
Hey,
That shit is
but
hilarious.
talking about that though, they remind me of when they had Raw Saturday Night.
Mhm.
Undertaker came, whooped everybody ass the whole night. They couldn't have one day.
Oh yeah, bro. Undertaker came through
Yeah.
everybody's matches just started whooping everybody's
They
ass.
broke Vince McMahon ankle and shit.
Oh, yeah, that shit.
Oh, another Austin moment.
Mhm.
After the Undertaker and Kane broke Vince McMahon ankle, and Stone Cold went to the hospital and whipped his
Ah,
ankle.
yeah.
Oh,
I got it from
yeah.
here, nurse.
No,
You
no,
know
no,
Stone Cold.
It's so many.
Doctor
man.
voice deep as hell.
It's so many that we can go over,
It's
man.
plenty of
It's
Stone
plenty.
Cold moments, man. We're gonna do a appreciation part 2.
Right.
Cause Stone Cold, he was literally like part of our childhoods and the generation after that. Even though he wasn't just doing too much wrestling, but he was very involved in wrestling too. Man, he had the tough enough.
Sheriff
Yeah,
Austin.
he had the smoke. What was that damn? Wasn't it tough enough?
Smoking
Tough
Skull,
Skull
Broken
Ranch.
Skull Ranch, I think.
Yeah,
Broken
like
Skull
he-
Ranch, yeah.
He's been instrumental in a lot of wrestlers' like careers and helping them come up, man. So all praises to Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.
Right.
You put us in the
You put asses in seats.
yeah, you put the asses in the seat, the eyes
Kept
on the
us
TV.
glued for so many years, man.
He was the only white guy I know that could rock Daisy Dukes and come out and stun everybody in the ring, stun the commentators, stun the referees,
Yeah.
stun the cameramen, and then leave. You know what I'm saying? Had about 7
Raise
beers
hell,
on the way
raise
out.
hell, raise
That's
hell,
a whole
leave.
bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, goddamn Stone Cold, man. We appreciate you and everything you've done. We most definitely we gotta have a part 2 about this one, man, for real. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man, for another episode of Raps and Wrestling. We're gonna catch y'all next Sunday, next Monday, next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Whatever
Check us-
day.
We got the cereal corner next Sunday, and we got Going Up next Thursday on the Cool South channel.
Yes, sir.
So check us out, man. We're gonna be here. We're gonna do our thing, man, for real.
And if you're not down with it,
We got 2 words for you.